Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody on the chat. Thank you for being here. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How are you doing?
Hey, hi Lisa. Hi everyone. Big hugs from Jazzy. Yeah, I'm great, thank you. What about you? What's been going on in your world?
Well, just trying to make it through the energies that we talked about last time, and I'm still like on the, it's not completely gone. I'm still
Yeah.
having some major stomach pains, and
Oh,
it's
no,
funny. Why is that what you're getting? That's what Octavia
last
was getting
night
too.
I was having this weird dream, and then I woke up going, I've got this pain in my stomach, and I went, what is this? And yeah, it just clicked when you said that you've been having all that pain as well, and wow, so you're still getting some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny because today I had a session with Octavia and she's like, "What do you want to talk about?" I'm like, "Well, I've had this stomach pain that feels like a rock is in the middle of my stomach. Like it just feels like there's like this rock there and it's like weird, it's hard." And she's like, "Well, that's exactly what I've been feeling too." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy." Yeah.
It is crazy. And it was funny because yesterday I felt a little bit of that. You know how you get the nervousness or the butterflies again in my solar plexus area?
Yeah.
And I was going, oh, this is interesting. Something's coming through. Because that's often where if there's something big coming through, I'll get I'll get the warning signs there. So how interesting. What did you say about what she felt was going on?
Well, she felt like we are being sent a specific things for us to finish this program. So the program of that we need doctors or that we need that we're that like we can heal ourselves. And so she felt like it had to do with like our power, taking our power back instead of running to a doctor or like really sitting down and like just like, okay, I accept this pain. I accept this pain. I am not this body. I am not this body. If you have to take my body now, take it. I'm not this body, so it doesn't matter. Like you go do what you need to do. I accept it. It is what it is, and just we're just gonna um, we have to be in full acceptance of what is, period. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. You just have to be in full acceptance of what's happening. And so that was kind of a something that I subconsciously kind of already had an idea about, um, because I felt like I had accepted it, even though she had a good point that I had not. But in my head, I knew that was the answer. Like I tried to accept it. Um, so now at this point, I'm still having the stomach issues, and it's weird that the pain moves like kind of moves around a little, and it's just at this point, it's there, and I'm just like, whatever. What I don't care. Like it's there. Okay, welcome. Hello. You just go when you need to. That's it.
So you're surrendering to the
I'm
process of it.
surrendering to it and I'm just like whatever. I like she said, I'm in full acceptance now. Like I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes though at the same time we might get a little message from our body, oh, just need to do this, or you just need to cut that out, or whatever it is.
Mhm.
For me, it's just like I'll get this little, oh, I really feel like some red chicken. Oh, it's so weird, and then I'll have it, and that's fine. So it's almost like listening to that body's intuition at the same time as well as to what it needs. So
Yeah,
yeah. Um,
absolutely. That's how we get around. That's how we get not around it, but that's how I mean, would deal with the situation is by what our is telling us.
And
Yeah.
like you said, instead of running to a doctor, yes, of course, if there's something going on, you really want to get it checked out, get it checked out. It's no big deal. But first of all, always listen to the body. So
Yeah. Well, I don't have health insurance, so I don't plan on going anywhere.
yeah,
Like she said, if the body has to go, let's go. Like
yeah.
really. Yeah. I
Yep. No, I agree. We've got quite a bit different system over here. So you can actually get testing done quite easily, and
oh no.
it's free. Like for a lot of people, it can be free, or you just pay a minimal amount, and it's actually a pretty amazing system for people that need all that stuff, or or choosing to go that route. So so I'm like when I broke my arm, I just went into emergency, and they had this whole system set up where you just jumped from here to the X-ray to the they'd do a CAT scan to see how big it was, if it needed surgery or not, straight to the surgeon, just done, and you don't pay a cent, not 1 cent, it's unbelievable, isn't it? But I think for emergencies and for traumas, I think it's great. I think that's what's needed more is just trauma centres and maybe bone surgery stuff, but the rest of it is don't really a lot of it.
Yeah, exactly. We really only need them for accidents or broken bones or whatever, right? But um um okay. So anyway, so I'm still having the pain, but going through with it. I think it's I feel like it's diverticulosis, my diverticulitis, but it's kind of like it feels now like it's all over, which is weird.
Yeah.
But it, whatever. Like again, it's fine. I'm living with it, and it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I feel like it's definitely related to everything's a lesson, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. And intuitively, you will probably get something that comes through for you that your body does need.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at peace with it, and whatever it is, it is.
Yeah, good. That's a great way to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see what else is going on over here. I don't know. Hold on 1 second because I'm getting.
Indy is going you.
Yeah, I had to spray him. What was I gonna say?
Well, you did have the little ball game.
Yeah, so we had the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, yeah. Kathy, thank you. Yes, I've been putting castor oil on it, and magnesium spray. Thank you, Trixie. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mel says that she had pain all over the body too and was told it was an upgrade. So I just have that feeling, especially since Octavia was feeling the same thing and now it looks like Maree had the same thing. So it's part of the process, and that's fine. That's okay. If we're ascending and that's what it takes, then so be it.
Exactly. Yep.
But yeah. So big to do with Super Bowl. Of course, I'm not interested one bit on it. And I was telling Maree that I should have probably watched it so that we could do a decode on it today. But it's I don't know. I just can't bring myself down to that vibration.
Yes.
Just I can't.
And like you say, I just saw a few clips afterwards because I was actually doing my live dream show at the same time. I didn't realize because it's 9 o'clock on Monday here and it's 6 p.m. in the US. So, well, yeah. And so I watched a few little clips afterwards. What I was saying to Elisa, I really noticed that there was nothing gnarly. Like there was no satanic or nasty stuff going on this year. The energy seemed a bit different because I think I watched some clips from last year and I was just like, what? Or the year before, it was gnarly stuff. Whereas it just seemed so different. And that was just my noticing because I don't even really know the rules of the game or anything. So
yeah,
it was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I heard comments from my friends that don't know what I know, right? and one of them said, "Why were there so many UFO commercials in the Super Bowl or alien? Why were there so many alien commercials in the Super Bowl?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's what's going on."
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one at all.
yeah,
Wow. Okay, cool. But
yeah,
yeah, I just noticed that there was a completely different feel to it. So
yeah,
energetically,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
interesting.
absolutely. So yeah, we can talk about the Super Bowl. I'm sure people have questions about it, but again, I can't bring the questions forth because I didn't watch it. I didn't really, pay attention. So
Well, Jenna Bananas asked, can you see her question at the very top?
yes, that if it was rigged, and I think I don't know why I think we already talked about this.
I can't remember. I'll check again if you like for everyone. But yeah, we'll do the cards again, and then I'll tell you what happened for me years ago with something. But I'll check the cards. So we'll check in and see, was it rigged as to this to anything, whether it's the scores, whether it's the you want to come out. Okay. Oh, we got a big King of Pentacles on that one. That was definitely orchestrated from a master position. So that's, to me, that's a very big yes, just to start with. Oh, foundations. So it's been going on for a long time for a pentacle. So this has been, it's been a foundation of the whole setup for a long time. What that interesting is pentacles, which is a reality, which is something that's happening in our reality. And then you want to come up. So let's just see. That's you. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Isn't it interesting? We got all pentacles, and that is the messenger that brings us the message about something that's going on, but it's being done in a gentle way. And I think this is what's happening. The difference with it, with it yesterday compared to previously. So yeah, this is definitely orchestrated. Interesting. Probably close to 10, 11, 12 years ago. I remember my neighbours were right into watching. We have a state of origin here where New South Wales and Queensland play 3 games of a particular rugby game over like a 2-month period.
uh-huh.
And I remember we were watching it, and we used to do little bets. We'd have friends around and just do little bets on it. And I remember once watching it going, this is rigged. He actually just totally lied. That umpire just lied. The ref, like we were all yelling at the referee because you could see he was completely lying. And I knew, I got an absolute knowing, Maree, everything's rigged. I knew it. So it was just for my friends. Oh, have I frozen?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can hear me. Okay, what I'll do is do you want me to go out and come back in?
You can if you want to. Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, I'll leave the studio and come back in, guys.
Okay. All right. All right. So, yes, it was rigged. And that matches what Tarot by Janine read on her private website as well. So definitely the cards seem to be matching. And I've got to say, everything that Maree reads, I swear to God, it matches exactly with what Janine reads in her website. So very exciting when it comes to the confirmation. More than anything, the confirmation, right? That the answer is X, right? When you have 2 different card readers and both of those readers are having the same answer, then it almost makes me feel like, okay, like the answers are trustworthy because they match each other. And Maree does not watch Janine. So, what else did I want to talk to you guys about while we wait here? I saw something that brought. Okay, so yes, Kathy. Okay, so the idea is for the title, just so you guys know about the title, is did we face? Oh, okay. Marissa says she got the circle of death on her laptop. So she's gonna try with her iPhone. I don't know. Maybe I put a title in that we're not supposed to talk about. That's awesome if that's the case. Okay, so so the was there a catastrophic event in 1988 that erased our history? Because if you guys notice, the Mandela effects that are out there are huge, absolutely huge. Oh, here she is. Hold on. Okay, there you are.
Oh my God, my computer light was doing the circle of death thing, and I was going, no. And I was going to get onto my iPhone, but then it came back up. So if I drop out again, I will try my my iPhone. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. So anyway, all fun and games in the Matrix.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if maybe it's the title that they don't want us to talk about this. I don't know.
Because you've been a little bit in and out as well, so it's interesting, isn't it? That yeah. So I don't know, and my Wi-Fi is usually amazing. So
I know.
Interesting. So guys,
I know.
If I leave and I can't get back onto my iPhone, just know I love you all.
Yeah. The today I have not received that little, thing that I get when it's gonna have issues. So I think today is you. Yes.
Probably me. At that time, it's me. What happens? Oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
So okay. So the answer to the question was yes, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So definitely rigged. And going on that same question, was it rigged by the white hats or the black hats?
Okay, well, let's just see, because I mean, in future past, it could very well have been the black hats, right? So we need to probably break it up. We'll ask, is it now being rigged for reasons, part of this operation? Is it the white hats now that are actually working with those situations? Yeah. And the Page of Pentacles means something new. So it's sort of, I feel like this is a fairly new part of the rigging. Yeah, Three of Cups, we've got a celebration. So yes, it's definitely under control of the white. Oh my gosh, the Empress, creating something new, something beautiful. So it's really changed. Remember I said to you, I really felt the energy was so different.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the white hats now. We can ask to see if it was previously the alternate, if you like, but it sort of seems fairly obvious.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but no, it is now it's under other control, and it's been rigged for a different reason.
Yeah, so can we ask, this was a question that was asked with Tarot by Janine, so I'm wondering if the cards confirm what she read. Can we ask if Taylor Swift is on the good side or the bad side? Is she a white hat? Is she working with the white hats, or is she still representing the Satanist culture?
Excellent. And Truggles just reminded us to pop up the banner, please.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
All right. So we're just tuning in now to see if there's a... So, Taylor. Oh, that one just flipped, and I'll come back to that, and I'll spread the others. And I'll only do this sort of thing with people very much out in the public eye for a reason. It's like it's different than I'm doing it for individual people. Okay, so you. Oh, the sense of humor. This is hilarious. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which dropped out, which is again a message coming to us that's been done in a steady way. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is swift action. What's her name? Swift. They are so funny. So they're definitely using it. I got it. The humor is really good. from the universe. So yes, she is actually being brought to people's attention for a reason, and it's looking, they're positive cards to me, and that one wants to come out. We've got another King of Pentacles, so it is a master creating this reality. So I would say that she's actually been used now. There's a contract. Three of Pentacles is always around a contract that's going on, so she's actually working under a contract for the White Hats is what I'm getting with those cards. I have no idea what the world. To me, this is something very positive. It's something new that's coming through. So she may be. Is it her? You know, was she so abused or whatever in the past that they've actually got someone playing her now? I don't know. But the World cards come up, which is big. So this is obviously something that's a big part of it for people to see.
Okay. So is the plan to use her to wake people up?
Let's have a look and see. I just saw Maple Tree said there's a lag in my feed. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on today, Maple Tree. I'm usually really good with my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that and Jim was talking about how the end of Swift, because her name is Swift.
Yeah.
Like the Swift system. So we can ask about that as well after we're done with this question.
Yeah, I'm just plugging that in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to do, first of all, is she being used as part of this psyop to reverse psyop to wake people up rather than put them to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting something as well. So I'm going to see what the cards say, and we'll just see what is coming through as well. Ace of Cups, we got a very, very big yes. And because people like her, like they like her music, whatever, it's actually emotionally a positive way to do this, is what I'm getting. Okay. I'm going to keep pulling cards, and then I'll tell you what I got. We'll just see if the cards I can show you through the cards that come up. You're not going to believe it. We got an Ace of Pentacles as well. So
wow, that's big.
Biggest yeses. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, let me just, there's one down here that wants to come out. I'll just feel across it. Got the military card. So I feel, and the little download I got was that she's doing more than just waking people up. There's more going on. So whether she's actually got a lot of information or whatever as well, who knows? But that's definitely the military card with these questions. So she's part of it. Yeah, and it's more than what is, it's more than that. So absolutely, I love Jim's question. So we can now sort of enhance that and go on to what Jim's asked, which is end of the Swift system. Yeah, and they're so clever. They use names and all sorts of things as comms, and I mean they've got a perfect.
Yeah. There, I saw something else too that we can ask about after this one that has to do with one of the teams that was playing on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna tune into that question with her. Oh, my hand's zinging. Which one is it? It's you. Yes. Interesting. Yes. We've got our Page of Wands. Now, this is someone that takes small action. So there's a connection. There's definitely action being taken that's connected with that. And then we've got the Three of Wands. And I love this card. This is looking forward to the future and letting go of the past. So I would say, Jim, that's even those two alone, and I'm getting goosebumps now, even those two alone are actually answering your question. And, you know, and I mean, I use my intuition, but the cards are great because they sort of can put it into something that's visual as well. Yeah, Four of Swords, definitely. There's something secret hidden here, but it's going to be revealed around this and around the system. Yeah. So it's something we're all going to find out about. I mean, look at the technology they've got now. So why does it still take 3 days to have a money transfer across from one bank to another bank, et cetera, checks cleared, all that rubbish? You know, we know they're just using the money, but Yes, and the Swift system is so not Swift at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has got she that is definitely something that they're using as a way for that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, let's see. Barbara had a question. I thought about this too, Barbara. Did they catch a lot of the child traffickers during this time?
Okay, let's have a look and see. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yes. Again, we've got the same cards, and I've shuffled
Oh,
and I've
wow.
so yeah, we've got looking forward to the future and letting go of the past. And what the word I got was ongoing. So it's been ongoing, but secret in its own way. And yet it is starting to come out now. I mean, I don't know about you. It was probably, I remember 18 months ago, 2 years ago, for us here, they, in the mainstream media, they had a nurse, a carer that over like 20 years had done horrific things to these poor, disabled people or whatever. And it was all coming out. And that was the start of it. There you go, Ace of Cups. That was the start of it coming out in mainstream media. And ever since then, it's been like every second day, there's something more coming out about it. So people are getting used to hearing about it. So it has been ongoing. It looks like they would have, anything that was left, they would have been doing some mop-ups.
Okay.
There's still going to be, things that come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I imagine if they were in charge of the Super Bowl, that's why there was a bunch of alien commercials, on there. And I don't think there's really anything else that the question I had. So, there was there was a comment about the teams themselves because the Kansas City Chiefs are the American Indians. And so I believe they won. I believe they won, right?
I think so. I don't know.
So
But I think
Jim,
it was
Jim, can you verify? Can you confirm that it was the Chiefs that won? So anyway, the idea was that the Chiefs were an American Indian tribe, and so that they had Aztec gold. They had Aztec gold. Okay. So they won, according to Trigel saying that they won. So the calm is that that we're going back to the right place, like the now the American Indians, like not the American Indians, but like we're going back to the right way, like we're inverting everything back, where the Aborigines, the American Indians, the ones that are connected, to the stars, that they are the ones that are winning over the existing, and how they had gold. So they had Aztec gold. So the idea is that the gold will win over the whatever the other team was. So the other team also had a calm, right? Because it was the natives winning over whatever the other team was, which I don't know what that was, but
interesting, isn't it? And I did happen to see somewhere that had been predicted years ago that when there was this particular game, I think it's the 49ers and the Chiefs. I don't know the names properly, but
so San Francisco. Okay, thank you. Okay. San Francisco 49ers. Okay. And so that 49, that, sorry, not 49. That something is headquarters in San Francisco. There's the bad guys are headquartered in San Francisco somewhere, like something like that. Yeah. And so that it was like the winning of, the good guys over the bad guys, let's just say, and the gold winning over whatever is in San Francisco.
Yeah,
which I'm
yeah,
sure has.
and I'm sure there's so many different comms like that for the whole thing. So
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm trying to see if I can find it because it was really, really interesting, uh, the way it was described. And
yeah, because I mean Gary's saying something about the Aztec word for gold was San Francisco, or San Fran or Kansas or something, Kansas, San Fran. Interesting. Yeah, I reckon it's so much deeper than what
yeah,
we even grasp.
so it says this year's Super Bowl matchup has so many multiple meanings. The Wizard of Oz Bowl, I like to call it, due to the connection to the Yellow Brick Road in San Francisco, but it goes deeper than that. Kansas in Aztec means silver. Kansas claims to have gotten the name from the Kansa tribe, meaning Southwind people. Aztecs originated from Mexico, south of the United States. If you look at the Aztec silver, it has an Indian on it. The Kansas City Chiefs logo can be found with a silver background, and back in 1968, they used to have a silver face masks. Chiefs is obviously another name for Indian. The 49ers are from Northern California. Gold was discovered in Northern California in 1849. We know the cabal runs their entire operation through San Francisco. That's what it is.
There's comms in there everywhere, isn't there? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's. I think. I mean, as the card said as well, it's definitely been flipped and it's been used. And for people that are in the know, they can go in and find all the comms just to know that, hey, yep, we're on track. It's all good. And it was interesting though. It was a few years ago. I remember hearing an interview with one of our league players, like a rugby player, and he was saying, I think he got out of it, but he was saying he got given a script, and they said in season 2 you're going to hurt your ankle, you're off 6 weeks. It was that rigged, like down to injuries.
Wow.
So I just remembered that. Yeah, I remember going, yeah, I knew, I had that knowing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, while I know this topic is super interesting, I think the next topic is way more interesting. And that's why I picked it. So I have noticed that there have been a lot of Mandela effects type things that are happening out there. And when I read this, I'm like, oh my God, I think that's exactly what happened. Because you and I talked about the Mandela effect, which was what? That we remember that Mandela went to jail. And so then now supposedly, or died,
He
right?
died.
He
That's
died.
what I remember.
Yes, we remember that he died. And then all of a sudden now he's getting out of jail. What? And so the other thing that I saw was the movie Sinbad. So in the 80s, there was a movie Sinbad with this comedian. Oh my God, his name's not coming to me, but so if you look up that movie Sinbad, it doesn't exist on IMDb. And it doesn't, if you type it, nothing comes up on the feed that it exists. And so it's like, how is it possible? Because people were putting pictures of their Sinbad VHS saying, like, it's real. I had the movie. Here it is. It was one of my favorites. Oh, that's right.
Is it
Sinbad
one
was
word?
the name of the comedian.
Is it one word or 2 words?
One word. So
Okay, it's coming up as it's a cartoon in 2003, but that's not the one. You're talking about 1980, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because sometimes we get different information in different countries allowed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me just see if I can get anything here. Okay. Sinbad of the Seven Seas, 1989 movie. IMDb. Yeah, so it's coming up on my screen. 1970s. There's a 73 fantasy adventure film. So I don't know.
Yeah.
If It's changed. Are
Shazam.
you getting
Okay,
it?
that's it, Kathleen. Shazam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The name of the movie is Shazam, and the actor
Oh,
is Sinbad.
okay, that makes all right. Let's try it again. I'll try it from Australia. See what we get. So you didn't. So that's not coming up for you at all.
Shazam?
2001.
No.
Is it IZ or AZ? Yeah, Shazam 80s. I'll put in 80s. Shazam 80s movie. Oh, it was about a parallel universe. Isn't that interesting?
Huh?
I'm getting it. I know
You
this is what I
are?
say. Yeah. Um, um, it's on YouTube. There's one in 2020, 80 movie. No. It looks like it's coming up. And it's what I'm saying. They will.
It's coming up on IMDb.
Um,
When you
Shazam
search
80s.
on Google, does it come up?
Let's have a look. Genie movie, that was 2017. 1980, there's a series. Is that the one? TV series?
No.
82 to 85. Genie movie. Okay, let's have a look. Sinbad's Shazam.
Yeah, see, mine's not coming up for me.
Isn't this is interesting, and this is where I think different timelines also play a part. But yeah, so how bizarre.
Yeah, like if you go, it should come up on IMDb, but it doesn't. There's a movie that comes up, but it's 2019.
Yeah, there's one in 94. Well, the TV series is coming up now, and 7 years ago.
Interesting.
It's so interesting.
So you do have one that comes up with Sinbad as the actor.
Yeah, there's one in the 90s, early 90s, as what. One. I want to spend more. I'll go through and have a good look for you, and I'll screenshot it and send it to you after the show. But
Yeah, so I
yeah,
found
it
something.
was coming up more than what you were getting for sure, which is bizarre. So yeah.
Oh my God! You know what they did?
What did they do?
In 2019 they put something together, and the name is called "We Found Sinbad's Shazam Genie Movie."
Yes, that's what I've got.
Oh yeah, no, that's 2017.
But there was one for the TV series showing 82 to 85.
No, it was not a TV series. It was a movie.
And was it about April's Fool's Day or
No?
different? Yep. Okay, so that's changed now, whereas it came up before. I'm going to research that and spend some time on it and see if I can get a screenshot for you.
Yeah, so it sounds like now they're seeing that people are figuring it out, and they did that. We found Sinbad's Shazam Genie movie. That's hilarious.
Exactly. But maybe they're doing this deliberately as well to say, hey, why did it disappear anyway? Why did we have to find it?
So, okay, so Kathy sent me something where the Mandela effect, the collective false memory of Shazam starring Sinbad is an example of the Mandela effect. Oh my God. So they even wrote a freaking article about it so they could explain it. There's no way to explain the fact that some people have a picture of the actual VHS tape. They have it.
Exactly. So, and it's like in the city that we were talking about, people have actually got a screen or a shot of where it's saying sex in the city, not sex and the city.
Yes, Sex in the City, with Sex and the City, and that's around the same time frame. So this is why I saw this and I was like, oh my God. Because it's so simple, right? This is a video game. They can erase it and start it from scratch, and we wake up the next morning and we think we're da 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 with our lives, but it's not. They redid the whole thing. So
Timelined it, or they've done something to it. Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
So the question is, that the world face a catastrophic event that we all have no clue happened, but it explains all these Mandela effects issues that we're
Now,
seeing.
okay, so are we going to say a physical or a wipeout type catastrophic event or a timeline jump? I think we need to be really mindful with how we ask it, because it will give us a, depending what our perspective is.
Yeah, so according to, so we would have had to survive in order for us to see the Mandela effect, right? Because if we didn't survive, then so
True.
okay, so did a catastrophic event happen in 1988? No, let's say
Did an event occur that changed the course of that we were on, which then maybe got rid of stuff that
like was there a catastrophic event somewhere in the,
okay,
let's say in the night, in from 1980 to 1990? Was there a catastrophic event that happened that they had to, that to all of us, like the earth was destroyed? I guess I don't know. I don't know how to ask this question.
So I'm just going to ask, was there a timeline change? Was there a change from an event that happened between 80s to 90s that created a different
Catastrophe.
reality?
There was a catastrophe, like the end of the world type shit.
Well, something happened that was quite unique. We've got our Nine of Pentacles. So this is something in reality. It's usually, to me, usually this is an abundance, but it's also around a uniqueness that's happened. Then we've got our Seven of Swords. This is a strategy card. So something changed, because they're holding the Five of Swords, which is change, and leaving two behind, which is the balance. And then we have the Seven of Wands. This is about keeping and finding an identity within a person or a situation. So that's telling me something definitely changed. It was unique, and I'm just going to get one more card here. Yeah. But I don't feel it was a huge catastrophe, because that Ace of Cups is emotional. So I don't feel it was like catastrophic. I feel it was definitely a shift or a change. I'm just getting something. We've got to ask why. Why would there have been this? Was it an experiment, number one? Was it something that was planned by a higher, our higher beautiful creator? Should we ask that? Because that might actually help.
So what's the question?
Was it something that was actually planned from a negative point of view, or was it something that was needed to shift? I know there was a massive alignment energetically as well. I think it was 1989. There was this massive alignment, like a doorway opening and stuff going on energetically. So yeah, I'm just wondering if it was needed in a way to help to rebalance some, because that Seven of Swords often tells me it's a rebalancing through change, through a plan, through a strategy. So let's have a look at,
Yeah, and I was thinking, Trixie, the same thing, asking Jasper too.
Yeah, we can see what he comes up with. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it was part of a contract. So we've got the Hierophant, who is someone that has a big authority over a lot of people. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is a contract. So it looks like there's something that was contracted, but it wasn't actually. Five of Swords, so I don't think it was agreed on by everyone, if you know what I mean. That Five of Swords to me says there's a bit of argument going on around the change.
Oh.
So, yeah. So it didn't, chaos. Seven of Cups, to me, this is the chaos card with outcomes that are unknown.
Oh,
So
that
that's
sounds
what,
like the catastrophe or some like chaos. Like,
yeah, yeah. What some people, I guess, or beings would say, well, this isn't going to be great, or some people are going, we do need it, so but it's unknown. And remember, Earth is a big experiment. We know that. So
yeah.
who knows?
So, do you want to ask Jazzy to see if he can show you what
That just
happened?
came up. Yeah.
Whoa!
Something big shifted. There was a change. But yeah, that's what I'll go with that one. And I can tune in with Jasper and just see if he can help enhance it for me for the timelines to see what was going on. Okay, this is interesting. He's showing me like a vortex, and he said what can happen is if you imagine it like energy, like a tornado or something, you can take strips out of it. Like if it was a pewter, you take lines out of it, but it would keep on going, but there would be lines missing. This is how he's trying to show it to me.
Yeah.
Does that? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm just going to ask him. So, can you show me then what that would entail for us being here playing in this game? Yep. And he's showing me. There's chunks missing. Like he's showing me, like, let's pretend it's a landmass with houses or something like that. Because these lines have been taken out. So it's not a complete wipeout, but there's been lines taken out of the feed, something, whatever's being fed through.
Oh.
That's what he's showing me. That's how I'm trying to explain it. It's hard to explain it when it's like a vision. Doom, doom. Yeah. Experiments with portal openings, maple tree. Yeah, who knows? But there was definitely something changed or stripped in that energy coming in.
Yeah. So many questions. So one of them would be who's doing it, and the second question is why they had to do it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you want to know who did it, or who was in who was in control then, or you want to know
who did it? Is it who messed up our timeline? Like, who has that power?
Okay, let's have a look.
Because sometimes, Maree, I think about this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the ETs are outside of the video game or if the ETs are inside the video game, like the Arcturians and the Pleiadians and the Syrians and the blah, 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 that help us. Are they outside of that video game or are they inside of the video game?
Yeah. I'll just answer the first question first, because what was coming to me as I was like just, going across the cards was that we've done it. It's actually our controllers who, because remember, we're like a puppet having this experience, but we are connected. The Empress card came up. She's a creator. So it was obviously, but there was dissension in the ranks. Not everyone agreed to it, but it was obviously and I've got the word controllers. And so, yeah, it was our higher beings did it.
So, Kathy says the simulation boss.
To express what I'm getting.
This is so Truman Show. If you remember in the Truman Show, there was the architect, right? That was in charge of the whole Truman Show. This is looking like Truman Show is more and more and more and more like the real, like it's the real deal. Like that's exactly what we're going through.
And I think as well, I was talking to Elisa before the show, because when I remember a movie, and I remember quite a lot of a movie, I know there's a lot of truth in it because I don't have a great memory for movies. But if you've seen the Philadelphia Experiment, I saw it years ago. I was only young, and I remember thinking, "Oh my God, I think this is truth. I can actually feel this is truth." And then I actually saw that it's documented somewhere within the archives of a what do we say, a military type sort of thing. So yeah, it's to me they were playing around with portals, with timelines, with taking 3D material through
When
into
was
other.
that though? When was the when did they do that? The Philadelphia experiment.
Well, I think let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure it came out. Must have been the 80s because I know I'm fairly
Oh my
young.
God, are you kidding me? Then maybe
Oh
that's
yeah.
what it was.
Oh, good point. Let me just. But they probably also been playing with this a lot longer. Remember, we haven't seen it. Let me just pop that in. It's amazing when everything experiment. 84.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's an invisible radar. To make an invisible radar, but then it causes this rift.
So
In
they were saying 1943. Jim is saying 1943.
they did it. So that might have been when the actual documents were from, but the actual movie was from the 80s. So like I said, we're way behind. They tell us, but they might tell us a long, long time afterwards. So yeah, Kathy's seen photos. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It's like they have to tell us what they've done, or we, whoever's a part of it. But it's that one definitely rang true for me, and I didn't hear the evidence about it until a long time afterwards. So thanks, guys, for the year.
Yeah. So something definitely happened. Well, the cards just confirmed that something happened in the from 1980 to 1990. Something happened
as well. That something happened, but it wasn't as catastrophic as what I think we were thinking. Yeah, but it was definitely a strategic change.
Oh gosh, I wonder what else they because that Sinbad thing. I wonder if the Sinbad thing is like an error, like like the programmers up there, are like, oh shit, we forgot something. We forgot to do this Sinbad movie.
We added an extra zero.
Or was that on purpose? Like, or like, it makes you wonder, like, well, what did they erase? What did they change? What did they, did they rewrite all of history? Did
Well, I mean, we know history's a lie anyway. I think we've had a show on this one where, like, I never wanted to study history at school. It was like, I'm not interested. I don't know why, but I am not. And I think it's because
me either. I hated history. I hated history.
Whereas now I love watching stuff on Tartaria and all that's, I've visited a lot of these places and I can feel it. And so to me, I think we've got to do our own research on all of that stuff. So, but any card readings, anything that we do here, always trust your own intuition. And what that will do is lead you to more questions. And I find the more questions we ask, then the more answers that we get, which is like jigsaw pieces. So question everything. Yeah. So Teresa, watch it. It's an 80s movie, so it's 80s movie, but it's really good. Really, really worth watching.
That just makes me wonder what I just read on the web. Like, seriously, like they had to create a post about the movie itself, like explaining the Mandela effect.
Exactly. But Christina, because she's Australian as well, Christina's on here, and she said it came up for her too, but then it went error. Did you see Christina's little so Christina, being in Australia, she found it as well, and then it said error. Because when I went back through mine, it actually wasn't there. That's why when I went back through, I went, hang on, it's just showing a series now. So Christina's actually said that hers came up with error, even though she found the 80s one as well. So yeah, interesting.
I'm telling you, it's too many examples, like the Bernstein Bears and the Bernstein Bears. Also, Dorothy's famous line in The Wizard of Oz says, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. That's not what it says anymore.
I mean, the Wizard of Oz. We know. I mean, you know what that's about, don't you? You know, the gold. Follow the yellow brick road. The gold. There's actually a lot of the deep state messages in that one.
Yeah. Also, silver shoes, not ruby shoes in the book.
Interesting, and
yeah,
it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Maree's also talking about a song that she knew of, and that yet it's not even available to find now either. It was the Beach Boys.
Oh, okay. You said it, the Sex and the City and the Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I used to watch it. I loved that show. When I was like how old was I? In my 20s. Yes, I was just in my early 20s, and I thought it was amazing, you know.
Yeah. The ones that are, well, the ones that have to do with logos, I don't think, to me, they're not Mandela effects, because they can change a logo anytime, right? So to me, the logos are, to me, they don't convince me. The logos, not as much, but
yeah, I think it's when other people are remembered it the same as you, and you don't even know that person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Richard Simmons and the no headband. Thank you, Jim. Okay, so do you know who Richard Simmons is?
Yes, we used to see him, and Olivia Newton-John used to do those exercise things. Was he a singer or an exercise guy? Both.
No, he was an exercise guy, and he had like a little afro, and he would wear a headband. And what's hilarious is that if you look up Richard Simmons right now, all his pictures do not have a headband. But if you look up Richard Simmons costumes for Halloween, they all have a headband.
It's crazy, isn't it? And well, this is the card that came up, the Wheel of Fortune. So something's changed. Something's moved on.
For sure.
I mean, we're not stupid people. Something's gone down.
Definitely something's gone down. Now the question is what?
Yeah.
Like
so
how? What? Like, well, at least
it was definitely a stripping, and I think the way Jasper helped me to see it made sense with that vortex, like a tornado, and on the inside it was like there was aspects that were being stopped, and then it came down into reality. So that sort of made sense to me.
Now I know the Fruit of the Loom. Do you know Fruit of the Loom? It's like for underwear type stuff.
No.
So Fruit of the Loom, it's like a brand that used to have like a cornucopia with like fruit coming out of it. And now when people look at it, that cornucopia isn't there. It's just the fruit. But again, a logo can be changed by a company just to update and make it fresh and make it look different. So that's why I don't bring up the logos, because they're not, to me, they're not a big deal.
Yeah, but it's actually like a name, and then seeing things in print one way and then in print another way. That's actually like Sex and in the City, and Sex and the City. That's a big deal, because it's a title of something that's actually real and in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question, Kathleen. Did you watch Interstellar? Because if not, you won't be able to answer the question. But
is Interstellar the one where the dad comes back through the fifth dimension to see the kid?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure, because I actually wasn't that impressed with that movie. I know it sounds terrible, but I was going, oh, I got it. I went, okay, actually teach people maybe the difference between dimensions and but it just didn't resonate for me. But so I don't actually know what you mean, because I can't remember it. Again, it's not a movie I remember that well because it didn't resonate for me. So no, I'm just seeing it. I don't know. Yeah, it's an energetic vortex is what he's showing me, and that looks like a tornado, but we're on the inside of it. That's the only way I can explain it. So yeah, everyone loved it, and I was going, oh, I wish I really enjoyed it more, but I just couldn't. I don't know why.
Yeah, interesting. Another one that I see here that I had heard was in the Star Wars movie. People remember Luke, I am your father. Yeah. And they're saying that in the movie now it says, no, I am your father.
Ah. I'm trying to remember back. I think it was Luke, I'm your father. Yeah, from memory. I love Star Wars. We actually, believe it or not, when it first came out, we went and saw it in the theatre. It was actually in was it the drive-in cinemas we used to have in our country town? Yeah, but it was amazing. And so yeah, I do remember the Star Wars. Isn't that interesting? All these things that we can find, but that's, well, glitch in the matrix. A glitch. What's a glitch?
Another one is when Tom Hanks says life is like a box of chocolates on Forrest Gump, and they're saying now that he said life was like a box of chocolates. Nope. No. I remember specifically he said life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
That's correct, because everyone uses it as a catchphrase, or it's been used for years.
They're saying, what they're saying is that if you listen closely, now he says life was like a box of chocolates, and I say nope, that's not it.
No, it's not it. No, it's and I think it's great, like asking all these questions and looking at evidence, because that's actually evidence. I mean, when you remember, and if people have been saying that for years afterwards, the right words, I'm not going to fall for it when they turn around and go, it's not.
But the whole thing is what I would like to know is it that the simulator bosses, like Kathy calls them, is this a mistake that they did, or did they think we weren't going to realize it, or like
yeah, like, or were they taking out something faulty? Because remember, it looked like it was deliberate, taking out strands of something.
Yeah.
So, let's find out. Let's see if the cards can give us a clue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what is the purpose of this? Why the change? Like, yeah, that was my other question I had that we haven't asked.
Okay, so which one do you want to ask first?
Why? What can the cards tell us of why they did this?
Why did this happen? Oh, that's really hot. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. And that one's really zingy. Okay. My goodness. It looked like to me when I get these cards, so we've got the Eight of Swords. This is where we've been trapped, or we've been blindfolded, or we've been kept somewhere that we can't see our way out of in our mind. It's like something's really trapped us. And then what I got up was the Seven of Pentacles. So this is planting seeds. This is something going into the ground, but you've got to wait for the actual to grow and to be nurtured to find it. And then we've got the Five of Cups. So to me, it was almost like if there was no change, there was going to be a lot of grief, because the Five of Cups is about grief and the way people perceive things. So I'm going to get a clarifier on that, because to me it's like, but there was still some dissension about whether it was needed to be done or not. But it looks like there was something going on, and if we continued down that path, we would have stayed in this state. And look at everything that's happened, since the 80s, 90s. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out and it's being exposed and all of that. So let's just see. The Hermit. This is spiritual intervention when I'm asking a question like this. It's going deep. It's finding our sense of self, which is what's happened as this consciousness shift has been happening over the years. So it was almost like a reset for us spiritually is what I'm getting. Just got a yes on that, the Ace of Swords. So it was
Okay,
actually
so
to help.
spiritually, we were going down the wrong path, and that's not what they like. They didn't like what they saw, so they must have.
So we needed some help. We needed a bit of a tweak, is what I'm getting, and that's what the cards were sort of trying to explain. So yeah, yeah. So, and I mean, I believe it's really interesting because Kathleen's asked a question as well about Tartaria and things in the past, and I believe, well, we're wiped. I believe we wipe our own memory. We come down, or we can't play the game. It's so we wouldn't remember after a reset. I mean, I can't believe how ignorant I was when I went traveling and I was drawn to all these amazing cathedrals and buildings. The energy was out of this world, and I would just go and sit there and write in my diary for hours just to be in that energy and frequency. I can't believe I never questioned that it was built by horse and cart. I mean, it was so now, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. But we didn't remember it. Yeah.
Oh, my mind is so like, what?
Yeah. Like 4 of Cups has come up. So we've been offered some things, but we couldn't accept. We weren't ready to accept some things as well. Okay, so emotionally. But yes, I mean, gosh, I don't know if it would have been really hard to survive being that aware way back when I was traveling in my 20s. It's been so hard to be aware and to know all this stuff and have no one else know it. I think it would have been a really lonely journey and really lonely place to be in as a human. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm just trying to put it together because I'm just like, wait, I'm trying to think of my time in the 80s, right? Because I graduated from high school in 87.
Yeah.
And so, and this thing, they're saying 1988, whereas the date that these guys were putting out there. I'm just thinking that the bad guys were already too deep in the hole, and we were going to end up like freaking robots, and then they were like, nope.
Exactly. And look at the cards coming up. King of Pentacles, Master of Creation. There's a celebration, and then there's the Ace of Pentacles right next to that. So it was done for our good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that we had gone too far, and we did not realize that we had been taken down the road of that we had, right? And so
we need high frequency to come through. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I believe it was a helping hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we couldn't do it alone.
No. And yeah, the card, that 8 of Swords, was showing we were stuck.
We were stuck, yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
It's so crazy, right? Oh,
that shows you even more that this is a video game and this isn't real, and that you just need to live your life and just screw it. It's a game. It's a game. They're even changing the information in the game, and we're catching them.
That's it, exactly. And I just think do things that make you feel good. It usually makes people feel good helping others because it gives you that beautiful hit of endorphin and love, and it comes back to what makes you actually feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is. It's about letting go of everything that's holding you back from living your best life.
So true. And it's interesting because Kathleen, that's what I was trying to know. Yeah, Kathleen, I was trying to remember the name of it, and it was the harmonic convergence in 1987. That was the really big sort of portal opening, this huge shift in energetic frequency. that was, yeah, that's what I was actually referring to, and I couldn't think of the name of it, so thank you. That was like the beginning of it all, which is interesting, isn't it? That's when the
Interesting.
frequency started coming through.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, we are way past our time, but I just wanted to get some answers because
good.
I knew it was
And I
something.
love questions you guys come up with. They're amazing. And yeah, you too, Elisa. It's so cool. They're not things I think of on my own. I know it's there, but to have people come through with a question and then, like I said, it'll take us like to ask more questions.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm just
Yeah.
mind blown. I hope that we get more information on this, like with our intuition or our guides or whatever, like to understand it better.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as
That would
we
be
know
really
we have, it's actually helped us expand energetically and spiritually with the frequency that's then coming into this plane.
actually, what came to me just now is what if the history right now that we're saying is a lie was the real history that they had to erase and create the new history for us to believe that this new history was the real history.
Look, exactly. It's a complete mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's what came to mind. So
Yeah, exactly. We do not know, do we, yet fully. We will. I think one day, if we want to, if we choose to, when its timing's right, I think we'll know.
yep. Well, that would be really cool.
That'd be
All
so
right,
cool.
awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. There is no stopping us. The veil is open. Yep, for sure. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Maree. Thank you, Jazzy. We'll see you guys next Monday. And don't forget about Marie's Dream Show on Sunday.
Yay.
We love you
Thanks,
guys.
please. Bye.